Hello, and welcome to a different kind of video. Obviously, you can tell I'm kind of memeing with the layout today. I want to make TCG Pocket videos, right? These are just my daily picks, don't worry about these. But I want to make some TCG Pocket videos because I love this game. Also, this is a card I think will be made. I'll make a whole video probably just on this card alone because I think this is an interesting card. But I want to make TCG Pocket videos because I adore this game and I play it all the time. I don't know the best way to start off this video, but mainly because I want to bridge my Dokkan content with TCG Pocket content. Now, biggest thing about TCG Pocket, it has a unique trait to it that isn't common, typically, and that's that this game, since it is very heavily based in like gacha mechanics in terms of being a trading card viable game, it does kind of bridge together with what I typically do here on this channel. So that's kind of why I want to talk about it. And something happened, as you can tell by the meme thumbnail, that I think is important to talk about, and I think it links really, really well with Dokkan. And that is what is currently going on with what my layout is based off of, the haha silly jokes. Currently in-game, if you were to pull either of the new highest rarity cards, which, I mean, technically the crown rares are higher rarity, but in my opinion, the highest rarity cards, the immersive art cards, you will see one of two of the things on the left and right side of my layout, which is a new art coming soon, and then it will zoom in. Typically, it's supposed to, like, I'll show an example in case you're not familiar with TCG Pocket. Also, an example of what is supposed to happen with immersive cards. All right, let's just look at this Pikachu, for instance. You're supposed to just be able to touch it, and then you'll go into the art, and it'll be super cool and super great, and everything's all fantastical, and whoa, it's magical, mystical, magical. This doesn't exist currently for the new set that just came out today. And that is entirely because of a very large fiasco that we'll talk about, and why I think it is the perfect time for me to talk about this, to try to link between wanting to start making TCG Pocket videos and then my Dokkan account, right? And my mainly Dokkan themed videos. So what happened? Let's just switch on over here because I think it's important. What? I just accidentally deleted. Hold up. I am trolling. Well, let me just bring this back. Right. I will show you currently. Okay, so what was supposed to release? And then we'll go ahead and talk about this. I should have been a little bit more, but okay, let's get into it. What was supposed to come out was these two artworks here, right? This Ho-Oh EX and then this Lugia EX. These are the immersive art rares. When you would pull these, this is the card art you would see initially, and then it would zoom in and show off an entire thing. What ended up happening instead was this, which here's the Lugia, where you pull the Lugia, it says new art coming soon, and nothing happens. You pull the Ho-Oh, we have like the full video here. It just says new art coming soon. And nothing else happens. Incredibly ugly, incredibly tragic. And the reason this has happened, the major reason this has happened is because this art right here, this Ho-Oh art, this art is actually fan art. It's traced fan art from a very popular artist. Right. So what, like, I can easily, I have this app that I use to track like real cards. A very popular artist that has been working with Pokemon for a very, very long time. Let's see the easiest way. I think there is Temporal Forces. Yeah. Let me find one of his major artworks. This Shift Tree here. This is the same artist that is part of this controversy here. The artist that drew this card and the artist that drew not this, but these versions of the cards, they were sent on either an image of the original fan art or a picture of a figure that was believed to be licensed material. Now, technically, Pokemon does have a clause that says any fan art that you produce is subject to being claimed by Nintendo, and like technically as the Pokemon company as their exclusive art, which a little messed up, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. That is legally in their clause. So they were sent fan art that was supposedly official. We're told, hey, can you make this for TCG Pocket? And so they did. However, it's actually fan art from like 2023 that a Chinese Twitter artist drew, and they overlaid. I can actually, let me see if I can bring up the tweet. It's going to be really easy to do. Because it's really bad. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here. I'll bring it up. Where it's literally their exact fan art. Oh yeah, sorry, from 2021. Where here's it overlaid. It is exactly the same art. No difference whatsoever. Completely just not good. Really, really bad. So they put out this whole big statement saying, hey, we apologize. So for the meantime, there's going to be temporary art. Here. All right. We apologize. This is wrong. We'll fix it eventually. But in the meantime, it's going to be temporary. And so they gave us, hey guys, I pulled with a side of, and with some, which is really funny because like these are supposed to be like the holy grail cards of each set that we look forward to. And then there's just nothing there, which if you're a longtime Dokkan player, I kind of spoiled it a little bit. It's heavily reminiscent of this. This is a real thing that happened on the global version of the game, because back then we didn't even have like same time celebrations, really. So this was like kind of one of the first like sort of same time celebrations where these units came out on global, and they are the first ever category leader skills, right? So this leader skill right here, Omega Shenron's is supposed to be Shadow Dragon Saga, and then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's was supposed to be Fusion. Now, those leader skill effects were much higher than anything that was being released on the global version, right? Like at the time. So to make it so that people wouldn't just not pull for the next few cards, they just put to be released on the cards and called it a day. So it feels very similar to the current situation that we're in, where we just got, hey guys, don't worry, it's coming. Maybe it'll you can pull for a whole lot of with a side of, and you can get a little bit of. It's so funny to me. Is it a horrible situation for the artist in question? This artist right here. Yeah, it sucks to have your art pretty much blatantly ripped off by the Pokemon company, right? Of all people. Terrible. Awful. Really, really sucks. This is again December of 2021. There's no way it could have even been like partially coincidental. We already know how it happened. They literally said they were given it as a reference, and then that's what happened. But it sucks. I think that the connection here is like insane as like a Dokkan player watching this unfold, because I don't ever remember another time that like I've been playing a gacha game and have had to witness something like this happen before, where there's just nothing. You get nothing. Like, these are things that they want us to spend money on, and you just can't. Like, what are you getting? What, like, are you going to be excited if you open up a pack and you pull the new art? Like, no. It's literally a black screen, nothing on it. You get nothing. You lose. It's over. I find it hilarious. Like, genuinely hilarious that there's nothing there. And the same thing happened with the other gacha game that I cover, Dokkan Battle, where they just dropped to be released. Give us your money now, and we'll give you the cool stuff later. I thought this was going to be like a unique experience. I never thought I would ever see something like this again. And the fact that it's happening with Pokemon, like a $1 billion company, like multi-billions, they make so much money. And the littlest bit of effort going into the researching the reference photos would have saved all this hassle. And now they're just expecting us to spend money on the, hey guys, do you want to pull for the, it'd be really cool if you get the, and even funnier, people are doing like matches, and they'll have like full decks, like whales will have full decks, because you can run 2 of them, right? So you You can run 2 new art coming soons next to 2 art coming soon. And it's just nothing. So you're just fighting nothing with nothing, and it's so stupid to look at that there's nothing else we can do. This is like something that the meta is going to be shifting towards, and it's just kind of hilarious to me. I expect that we're more than likely going to be getting some compensation. I don't know if it's just going to be like the person in question is going to get compensated for this, right? Because obviously this artist should be compensated for the blatant ripoff that happened to them. But I don't know if they're going to try to maybe they're going to refund. Like, I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. I hope they do something, because typically with gacha games, false advertising, especially when you're in a lot of different countries, is technically, well, I guess they're not really false advertising, but it's like there's a promise of something there and there's just nothing. In a lot of other gacha games that I've seen this happen with, ends up in a banner refund. Now, don't take my word for it. I don't believe there's going to be, if you spent hourglasses on, what is it? Wisdom of Sea and Sky, I don't believe they're going to ever actually refund those, but I do think it is an interesting situation to talk about, because like they have to do something. Not only do the new arts, like every art that is going to get put into this game and put into future cards is going to be much more heavily like investigated and not just going to be taken at face value. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I want to start making TCG Baga videos. I think it'll be fun. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.